Halloween is just around the corner and we're going to take a look at 5 profitable niches over on Etsy. With Halloween comes a fantastic opportunity to boost your earnings. And Etsy is a great platform to sell a load of different products. And so we're going to take a look at 5 ideas for digital products that are going to sell during the Halloween period. And what we're going to do to validate it is use a tool called Everbee. Everbee is a keyword and product research tool that plugs into Etsy. And so you can see here, if you come onto Everbee, you've got loads of options down the left-hand side. So you've got product analytics, shop analyzer, keyword research, and some other areas as well. So today we're going to mostly be using the keyword research tool. But let's get into the 5 niches that are found for Halloween. So number 1 are colouring books. So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 digital products that you can upload so you don't need to fulfill and ship any physical items. That means it's low hassle, low cost, and you can maximise your profits. So let's take a look at colouring pages for Halloween. So quickly having a look on Everbee, for Halloween colouring books, you have 390 monthly searches, which you would expect to increase in September and October. You have a lot of competition with over 10,000 products. But you have a decent keyword score, so that's Everbee showing that there is potential here for this keyword. And if we scroll down, we can have a look for some keywords with slightly less competition. And so what I like to do here is put a filter on. So let's do a max competition of 6,000. And we can find some keywords here that we can utilize in the back end of Etsy. So you've got things like colour book Halloween, Halloween colour book, spooky Halloween colouring book. So that sounds like a good one. It's still got 142 searches, but it's got much less competition. So if we come on over to Etsy and have a little look for spooky Halloween colouring book, you can see that these are the results. So a lot of these are the kind of bold and easy style that you might find over on Amazon. But let's take a look at one of them and see how it's performing. So looking at the top ranked one for this search terms, it's a colouring book with 150 pages and it's selling at the moment for £1.85. The original retail price on this is over £7, so that's going to generate a lot of profit, but at the moment it's on a sale. If we click Analyze Listings, we can have a little bit more information on this. And so you can see that it was only listed a month ago, so it's a brand new product, and it's started to get some sales so far. So if you're looking to sell digital colouring pages for Halloween, you need to look at what the competition's doing, see how many pages they're creating, and then offer something similar. Niche number 2 we're going to look at are PNG designs. So these are just illustrations of Halloween elements because people like to buy these to print out themselves, to include on their own projects, and these can be a really easy way to make money. So if we just look for Halloween PNG, you can see there's 858 monthly searches, but there's a load of competition. So what you need to do here is niche down a little bit. So maybe you want to target vampires, ghosts, zombies. So let's have a little look at the keywords and see if we can find any interesting areas. So I've updated the competition to 10,000 because it's a bit more of a competitive area. And we found one element here. So PNG Halloween horror characters. So if we have a look at that over on Etsy, you can see what people are selling. So these 2 here are great examples of this. So this one's a spooky Labubu, which in terms of copyrights you wouldn't be able to do yourself, but this one is a better example. You can see straight away here that it's in demand with 23 people buying it in the last 24 hours. You can see here at the top, it's had almost 500 monthly sales and it's made a monthly revenue of £1,242. So having only just come out a couple of months ago, this product is performing really, really well. So if we have a little look at what this is, it's 1,000 plus PNG high quality files. So it's just a ton of fun Halloween elements that they've bundled together. And the thing with this is, yes, it looks pretty good high quality, but it's about the number here. So this person's put the time and the effort to collate all of these, add them into a huge bundle and sell them over on Etsy. Now that might take a little bit of time to put so many files together, but the hope is that this one product is going to sell every single year for a few months around Halloween. And you can see here it's already made over £1,200 in 1 month. Whilst this takes a little bit of effort, it could be well worth it this Halloween. Idea number 3 are digital art prints. So this is art that you upload to Etsy and people can print it at home for themselves. And again, on Everbee, it's got a good amount of searches at 371 searches. And if we come on over to Etsy, we can have a look at what other people are doing. So again, you've got some bundles that are selling really well. So it seems like the bundles sell really well at the moment over on Etsy. And so this one has 100 prints, mega Halloween download. And that's already got 122 sales this month. And it's priced at a pretty high price point as well. You've got some other ones over here. So this is just one image, which is selling well. But let's have a look at the best selling product and see what it's doing well. So this is just 100 plus beautiful prints for Halloween. So it looks like a really wide range and it includes different ratios, which is quite important. That will allow people to print them out how they want. But yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. All you'd need to do is create 100, maybe 101 different prints. You could use AI, you could collate them, and then you could sell them as a downloadable product. So this is an interesting area, and maybe you could do a different spin on it to stand out. Maybe you could do cartoon Halloween characters. Maybe you could do horror sayings. Whatever you think might be a little bit different than what's already out there, it could really stand out and sell this Halloween. Number 4 is a little bit different, and that is digital patterns. So I've not really tested this area over on Etsy yet, but it looks like it could be an interesting one. So if we look for digital patterns Halloween on Everbee, you can see there's a good amount of searches per month. And looking down at some potential keywords, you've also got things like Halloween crochet patterns, Halloween cross stitch patterns. So there's a lot of interesting areas that you could niche down into. But let's just take a quick look at digital patterns for Halloween over on Etsy. So this one here is getting a few sales, so let's take a little look at it. And all it is 21 Halloween papers. So they've got very, very cute, lovely designs. But all it is just seamless patterns. So that means that you could copy and paste them and place them next to each other for a seamless experience. But yeah, these are really nice. So people might want to use these as part of a book, as part of a project. But these are pretty straightforward and you could create these quite easily. And so this one's currently selling for a little over £1.50. But if we analyse listing, we can see that it's made around £162 for the month. And you'd expect that to increase come Halloween. So yeah, Halloween papers could be an interesting area to look into. And then the 5th and final niche that we're going to look into for Halloween are printable games. So these are things like word search games, crosswords, those kind of bundles that you can download and print at home. So looking on Everbee, there's less searches with this, but there's also less competition. So we have a little look at this keyword over on Etsy. You can see that some of these are selling quite well. So here are a few examples. So you've got bundles of games here that people can download and print at home. So this one at the front is selling at a decent price. It's listed for almost £14, but it's currently on a 50% off sale. And it's currently in 20 plus baskets. So that means there's a lot of interest to this product. And so this has 58 games and 235 pages. So it's a complete book's worth, if not more, of downloadable and printable games. You can see it's got bingo, taboo cards, finish the lyrics, ever or never, crosswords, true or falses, tic-tac-toe, and loads of different games in there. One interesting thing about this one as well is it was listed 35 months ago. So it's been out for 3 years and it's still selling really well this year. So it seems like maybe these game mega bundles are an interesting area that you could publish in and see success year after year. So those are my 5 ideas for some Halloween niches over on Etsy, but I'm sure that I've probably missed some out. So if you've got any other ideas, drop them down in the comments below. If you liked what you saw with Everbee, it's a fantastic keyword research tool. You can get a free trial for yourself by clicking the link in the description below. But that's it for this video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you in the next one.